Hello from the Bureau. This is the National Weather Forecast. We're really going to hone in on the weather across the country for tomorrow, which will be Thursday the 7th of August. And it's going to be mostly dry and fine around Australia. When we're talking about rainfall, we're really just looking at bits and pieces of spotty wet weather, with the majority of the country seeing clear skies and sunshine. There is one area that kind of bucks that trend a little bit. We could see some slightly heavier falls around the northern coast of New South Wales, particularly developing during the afternoon hours on Thursday. It does get a little bit wet from around about Sydney northwards. As always, let's fly around the states, get a little bit more detail, starting with Queensland. We do anticipate some cloud to build in the west, with maybe a light spot of rain here or there, but it will be generally dry across the state. For the east coast, a little bit of spotty cloud, but plenty of sunshine no matter where you're located. Temperatures are looking pretty good as well, near seasonal, 23 in Brisbane, and that's grading up to about 30 across the Cape York Peninsula. For New South Wales, we will start to see showers build around the central coast in the morning, spreading up to the north coast about lunchtime or into the afternoon, and actually could see some moderately heavy falls across areas north of Sydney. So we're really looking the Newcastle coast, the mid-north coast, and up around the Northern Rivers district as well. Maybe 15 to 20 millimetres in some of those places. There is still some ongoing flooding from last weekend's rain, but that's pushed inland now, and over those inland areas we're not anticipating much or any rainfall. Elsewhere across the state, out to the west and south of Sydney, relatively dry, but there will be some cloud cover overhead, and in Sydney itself, probably just a few showers without too much rainfall building up across the day. We've got a cold, probably frosty morning for many in Victoria, and then that's heading in towards what we'd call a benign winter's day. It's not a lovely sunny day, it's still quite cloudy, still fairly cool, but there's no strong wind, there's no significant rainfall. It is a fairly settled weather afternoon. Down through Tasmania, cold start here too, probably see some frost in quite a lot of areas first thing in the day. It will brighten up to around about average in terms of those top temperatures. Hobart seeing 14, Launceston up to 15 degrees. Dry through the north and across the east with just a few showers in the west. And there will be a general feeling of cloudiness across parts of South Australia tomorrow, both up in the far north as well as across the south coast here. But that cloud doesn't really come packed with much rainfall. It might bring a few spots of light wet weather across some of these southern districts, but the majority of areas will not get any rainfall. If you do get a millimetre or two, then you're probably in the minority there. Temperatures still a little bit cool compared to how we ought to be trending at this time of year, but nothing too dramatic. And out west, it's almost dry across the entire state on Thursday. A little bit of rain in the very far interior, particularly through the morning, and maybe a shower in the Eucla. But apart from that, clear skies and sunshine, and we do start to see those temperatures on the rise across the west coast. Perth is back above 20 degrees on Thursday, a sunny 21 in the capital. Geraldton 24, a little bit breezy, and as high as 28 around parts of the Gascoyne and Pilbara. And across the north, we see a bit of cloud and maybe some spotty rainfall across the southern districts. Could affect Uluru, maybe Alice Springs as well. That rain doesn't really extend too far north. So Tennant Creek or anywhere north of Tennant Creek, not seeing any of that wet weather. It's just going to be another clear, bright and sunny day. 32 degrees as the maximum forecast for Darwin. Check out how your weekend's looking with the extended forecast on the Bureau's website and app. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.